Well, it's official. We've completely lost it. And I'm going to read some stories that will absolutely blow your mind, because people have straight up went to loony town. Straight up lost their absolute mind. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start with this. Our society is collapsing because they're all turning into straight up morons. I swear, everybody at one time or another in America decided, hey, let's start sniffing glue. They're absolutely losing their ever-loving minds. Now, I've told you this before, and I'm going to say it again. This is the time to take advantage of this. I don't care what political party you're on. I think they're both morons. But I'd rather stay on the Republican side, I got to admit, because the Democrats, holy cow, are insane. And I'm going to share you some stories that are absolutely mind-blowing insane. If this doesn't piss you off or wake people up, I don't know what will. But I guess that's where we are. So just remember, we're going to take our country back doing this. We're going to let all the morons do their thing, collapse the country economically. We're going to step right over those morons, and then we're just going to go and buy up all their real estate and all their businesses, and we're going to take this country back by getting the money back. The money back. See, that is where the power is. The power has always been throughout the centuries where the money is. Who creates the money? Who gets the money? And right now, there are a bunch of elite rich people up top with a bunch of money, and then they're sprinkling a bunch of money to really crazy morons in the below. I'm going to share like 5 stories with you today. Trust me, each one gets dumber and dumber. I swear Jim Carrey should be reading this. All right, let's start with number 1. Oregon University will no longer give D- or F grades. How do you like D's grades? Okay, good news. The ninja, I got lots of D's and F's. I don't know if you know. I barely made it through high school. I shouldn't have even been given a diploma. But good news is, became a millionaire. And that's not to brag. It just shows that you don't need to go through this country's academic path to become successful. So wherever you are with your finances, good news, there's hope. I mean, good news, seriously, you could be a D and F student and crush it. But I guess, you know, D's and F's or D minuses, we got to draw the line somewhere, Oregon. It's just hurting people's feelings. So I had my feelings hurt all the time, like when my dad would spank me for getting D's and F's. All right, here we go. Citing a wrong-headed GPA fixation, Western Oregon University. Oh yeah, did I forget to tell you, this isn't elementary school or high school students that need a safe space. It's college students. Think about that. Hey, do me a favor. Tell me down below what your GPA was in high school. I just want to hear it. Mine was under 2.0. It was not good. As a matter of fact, I was pulled out and I had to homeschool my last. It was bad. Woo! But you know what? After high school or after college, I couldn't even. I went to junior college for like 3 classes. I think I canceled 2 of them. But I started to learn about money, and I love learning about making money. I like money. Money's fun. I just got crazy. Now look at me. I was a fireman, and now I teach people for a living how to go crush it in the real estate market, how to buy and sell, how to start businesses. I've had over 22 of them, side hustles. It's crazy, but there's hope for you. But there's not hope for college students in Oregon. So, Western Oregon University leaders have announced plans to abolish D- and Fs for students. They will replace them with no credit. You know, hey, you failed. That's okay. We'll just do it, redo it, try it again. In an effort to support student success and encourage struggling undergrads to continue their education despite obstacles like you're an idiot. Oh, just don't worry about those obstacles. You just try again and give us money to teach you nothing about life, how to be successful, how to find and attract the opposite sex, how to make money and save it and invest it and crush it. Oh yeah, that's what the economic ninja's for. I'm just gonna take your slack, Oregon State. Good job. Here we go. The public university announced in a news release this month that changes would start in the fall. Students not earning a passing grade will be required. Oh, that's right. D's get degrees. That's right. So as long as you get a D, you're golden. Just hope you're not my doctor. Students not earning a passing grade will be required to repeat the course, pay more money, I added that, and demonstrate proficiency. Our goal is to ensure that students who have met the core competencies and learning objectives graduate and provide every student an opportunity to be successful and pay us money at Western Oregon University. Gosh darn, this comes from Vice President of Academic Affairs, Jose Cole. Hey, Jose, you should be fired. Your parents failed you. Or maybe you failed yourself. I'm pretty sure you got D's and F's and now you run a college. Good job. All right, let's move on to the next story. And I got to be honest with you, they keep getting better. But think about this. As I tell you all these crazy stories of people going to Loco Town, jumping on the crazy train, let me ask you this. Are you crazy? Type 1 if you know the people are getting crazy and you're going to take advantage of it. Are you part of Ninja Nation? A group of people that are prepared and not scared. They're like, yeah, we see the nuts. There's a bunch of nutballs out here. We're going to take advantage of it. It's the only way to get our country back. Only way. So let's just zip to the teleprompter, which is my cell phone. This is a low budget channel. I don't know if you're going to want to stick around for this. All right, here we go. If you're a man, I'm really loud out here. People are looking at me like, what is that weird bear looking dude doing? If you're a Democrat, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you to tell me down below why. Because I'm about to read a story that should get you running for the hills. And I think that would be great. Because I know a lot of people that used to be Democratic and now they've seen crazy town, the crazy White House that's going on, all the drug smuggling going on in the White House. And they've gone, no, I don't like this party. We need to bankrupt them. We need to destroy them. This is sick what's happening. Check this out. 75% of House Democrats voted against deporting criminal migrants who commit Social Security fraud. Well, why would you want to kick them out? They're criminals just like us. That's probably what they're thinking. It says Democrats talk a big game about Republican attacks on Social Security, but 75% of House Dems just voted against deporting migrants who commit Social Security fraud. Let me remind you of something. We now live in a country where you don't have to add to society. You can come in from another country. Now, first off, let me stop there. I just met a gentleman with the last name of Ferrari. It's a cool name. And he was telling me about how his family migrated over here and came through Ellis Island and started businesses. And he worked in banking. He's been, you could tell by talking to him, a very successful gentleman. And he had lived a great life in America, and he's a successful man. He added to society. That's the whole thing. His family came from another country, and look, they have generations of people that started businesses, worked in industries, paid taxes. I know it's crazy. It's what made America great. You know, a bunch of people coming in from other countries going, hey, I could start a barbershop. Hey, I could start a restaurant. And yeah, they got paid taxes, and that's how roads are built and all this kind of stuff. I'm all for paying as little as taxes as possible. That means you got to start a business. You got to invest in real estate, and then you're paying less tax, but you're also employing people. That's how the tax code was built, right? I don't like just giving my money, tax money, to people that just come and take and steal and hurt people. But that's what the Democrats are voting for right now. It's starting to snow. It's very nice. So you got people that just come in from this country and just take. Well, that, I don't, going back to the last story, I know I got a lot of D's and F's in school, but I think the money's going to run out. It's weird. As for, I can't say that guy's name. He was an advisor to a dude that if I say his name, the YouTubes get all pissed off. They're going to need a safe space. And head of America First Legal Foundation, Stephen Miller, posted on X saying that House Democrats, 75% of their conference just voted against deporting criminal migrants. They don't want to deport criminals. If this is not pissing you off, I don't know what is. Who commit Social Security fraud and rob our seniors? Let me know down below. Are you a senior citizen that's on fixed income? You are being robbed right now. Next story. Here we go. It gets even better. It's out of Zero Hedge. Fugitive wanted for London acid attack that injured 12 is Afghan asylum seeker and a convicted sex offender. But he really wants asylum. Yeah, I know. He's pouring acid on people and doing the prime suspect being sought by police in connection with a horrific acid attack in London on Wednesday evening is Afghan national who came to Britain as an asylum seeker. It has emerged. Here he is right here. Here we go. Let's make him famous. We got to make sure he's famous, right? It looks like he had acid poured on him, and so now he's going and doing it on other people. People in Europe are losing their minds. Hashtag where you're from in Europe. I know I got a lot of subscribers in Europe. My friend Neil has been bringing this to light. And it's absolutely disgusting what's going on, and the surveillance and all this stuff. You have to understand, we can't get our country back without you becoming wealthy. Please, please understand that. We need to make the middle class rich again. The middle class is getting its money drained away right now by the government, and they're becoming more and more powerful. I don't even know how much longer you could say this kind of stuff on the internet without revealing that truth. It says the Metropolitan Police named 35-year-old Abdul Izidi as the man wanted for an attack, which left multiple victims, including 2 young children, needing hospital treatment after coming into contact with a corrosive substance. Further details came to light regarding the incident on Thursday after CCTV was published showing him fleeing the scene with significant facial injuries. He's an asylum seeker. How about this one? Here's another story for you. Migrants who beat up NYPD cops released with no bail, given free tickets to California under fake names. They beat police officers. We're in a society now with these states. Man, if you're in one of these states, leave. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know what it's like. You're not allowed to defend yourself. They want the bad people to scare you and hurt you. They want you believing that the government is here to help. The government wants to become your Messiah, your Savior. My Savior is Jesus Christ. He is my protector. He is my Savior, not the government. 4 out of 5 illegal migrants who were caught on camera attacking 2 NYPD cops in Times Square were arrested, set free on no bail, and then given free bus tickets to California. Following their release, a smirking Johan Borda, 22 years old, could be seen giving a double middle finger to the media. There he is. Do you know why people like this exist? Because our government's letting them exist. I'll remind you of what this looks like. You know that face? I saw hundreds of them in a hotel on the 3rd story of a hotel in Dallas a few months ago. Being housed, clothed, provided cell phones. I believe there's a day where they're going to be rioting in our streets. They're now in California. How do you feel about that, Californians? Do you know that 90% of the citizens of California are amazing people? I know it sounds crazy. I grew up there. This channel that has been warning people to be prepared, not scared, get ready for hard times, logical people. Do you know my #1 viewing base comes out of California? It's like a massive percentage. What does that tell you? It tells you that there are amazing human beings in California, but they're coming against a flood of media that's lying to you, and people just don't know. I don't know how to get the truth out to people enough. It's like an uphill battle. I won't stop trying. It says when asked if he should be deported, they're talking to Governor Kathy, said, I think that's actually something that should be looked at. This is the governor of the state that's in charge over the police department, right? You have 2 police officers just brutally beaten. And you ask the governor, what should the governor's response be? You throw him in jail, lock up the key. Or you drop him down in the middle of Afghanistan and say, hey, here you go. And just see what happens. We're going to send you back to your country. We're going to make sure you could drop off, and we're going to put a little love note with you. Put them in American flag clothes and drop them off in the middle of Afghanistan and watch what happens. This is the governor. This is the governor says of New York. I think that's actually something that should be looked at. Piece of garbage. Adding, I mean, if somebody commits a crime against a police officer in the state of New York and they're not here legally, it's definitely worth looking into. You're a coward! Governor Kathy Hochul should be fired immediately and made an example of. If you're a police officer in the state of New York, my heart goes out to you. If you're a firefighter in the state of New York, my heart goes out to you. I've met a handful of you and just can't believe what you guys go through. We're in a world, well, let's just go on to the next stupid freaking story. Portland declares emergency. Do you remember when Portland decided, let's decriminalize drug use? Because that's a good idea. Again, if you're a Democrat, what are you doing? What are you doing watching this channel? I'm going to say either you're brave or you're about to come out as something other than a Democrat. Because the Democrats want to make sure that our country's destroyed, while a very few of them step on you like footstools because they've made you slaves. Oregon decriminalizes in 2020 drug use. Well, look at this. Portland declares emergency over fentanyl crisis 3 years after decriminalizing drug possession. It says the idiots running Portland, Oregon have declared a 90-day state of emergency. And just so you know, I just want you to understand this. This isn't for the actual drug. When they declare a state of emergency, please, guys, type 5 if you know what I'm talking about. That means they get to shift money in their budget, their government budget, for whatever they want. That's what a state of emergency actually means to a politician. You don't know it, probably. Maybe you do. Type 5 if you understand that. Under an emergency declaration, you can hide a lot of things. But they declared state of emergency over the ongoing fentanyl crisis just 3 years after decriminalizing possession of all drugs. All drugs. It's not a criminal offense. All drugs. You can do whatever you want. Destroy yourself and destroy our cities. State, county, and city officials declared the tri-government fentanyl emergency following recommendations by the governor-established Portland Central City Task Force late last year. As a part of the response, the city, state, and county will work together to tackle the crisis, which will include establishment of a command center in a central city. So you got a command center full of morons running this place. I tell you these stories to fire you up. I tell you these stories to think twice about where you're going to go next week and, go blow money on that big football game. Or Super Bowl tickets now are reaching, what, $9,800? Sure, rich people are going to be rich. All right, I get that. That's a stadium full of rich people. You may want to think twice about what you're doing at your next vacation and say, you know what? I'm just going to set a little bit of money aside. Maybe I'm going to get out of debt. Maybe the economic ninja's right. Maybe our society is collapsing so bad and there are going to be so many amazing opportunities. And if someone like me doesn't do something about it because I'm a good human being and I want to see our country grow and prosper and still help other countries, even though it's not right now, then I have to be the one to step up. Maybe if the economics ninja's right and his goal of making $1 million people $1 million during this crisis, then to go and take that money and be good human beings, provide housing for people, become their own banks, to take back the wealth of the nation, well, maybe that'll work. Well, I'm going to tell you what, with or without you, it's going to work. But I'd rather it be with you. This is my mission. This is my destiny. I'm stepping into it. The question is, are you? Hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.